Ladies and gentlemen, the earnings call has concluded. I think it's time for a drink. Where do we start? I mean, we got a lot of headlines to get into. Let me give you the long story short. First things first. Wow, what a bad earnings call. Some of what was said was really good. Some of what was said was really bad sounding. There's one specific quote where Elon said Tesla could have a rough couple of quarters, potentially like heading into 2026. But this earnings call was really rougher than most. It seemed very disorganized. And with that disorganization, we really did not get any of the clarity that I was expecting or anyone was expecting. We didn't get much in terms of guidance for Robotaxi. I mean, we didn't get much in terms of an updated full year guidance that Tesla talked about last quarter. You didn't really get much of any new information. Some things, of course, that were positive. Some things, of course, that were negative. We'll get into it here in this video. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Check out the link, blah, 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 down below in the description of this video if you want to join the trading community. But at this point, it does seem like I was wrong, okay? I was expecting a much more forward-looking Tesla and Elon. I was expecting a conference call where we kind of had some Robotaxi guidance numbers. In fact, we did not get a single estimate for Robotaxi deployments next year. Seems like every time that comment came up, Elon kind of deferred to the one guy on the call that barely speaks any English, right? I think that's Ashok Elashwami. Not exactly sure, okay? And Elon really did not go out of his way to give any kind of confidence in Robotaxi scale out. Now, there was, again, some good news. Like Tesla is planning on launching the Robotaxi and currently doing testing in Texas, in Phoenix, Nevada, California, and other areas. But we really wanted a number. Like 10,000 Robotaxis, 100,000, 500 or 5,000. Like just give us a number. We really didn't get that number. So let's start with some of the headlines here. Elon Musk on Tesla's Robotaxi service says, quote, "We have done what we said we were going to do. That doesn't mean we're always on time, but we get it done. And our naysayers are sitting there with an egg on their face." Now, one of the worse sounding headlines was Elon Musk said we could have a few rough quarters. He said that's not a guarantee, but it's possible. He says, though, as we ramp AI into the end of next year, Tesla's economics should improve. Okay. Tesla does confirm that more affordable models are coming in Q4. And one of the most positive headlines today actually had to do with Optimus. We didn't get much in terms of Robotaxi guidance, but Elon Musk says, quote, "I would be shocked in 60 months if Tesla is not producing 100,000 Optimus bots per month." Elon Musk again says that Tesla is a shot at being the most valuable company in the world. And Tesla says that ramping of the new product is coming next quarter, so that should be again in Q4. Elon Musk says that Optimus, they're evolving the Optimus design. Optimus version 2 right now. Optimus 3 will be an incredible product and will be applying the same principles in AI inference in the car that will apply to Optimus. Elon Musk then says Tesla is by far the best real-world AI company. Elon Musk talked pretty highly or favorably around the energy division. Elon Musk says that not many appreciate the demand for energy batteries. I mean, the demand here is almost unlimited from an energy generation storage perspective, like power plants, or from individual, hotels, businesses, even households with power walls. Like, the demand is virtually limitless for now into the foreseeable future, especially as energy demand continues to grow with AI. Elon Musk also said that a lot of data centers, right, they're going to need megapack solutions as well. Elon Musk says there are regulatory challenges with China on FSD, and they are hoping to get that solved quickly. Elon Musk says they are close to getting approval in the Netherlands for FSD, and quote, we will get the approvals in Europe, but again suggests that Europe is kind of a roadblock at this point. Elon Musk said the amount of cities and vehicles in robotaxi operations will hyperscale. Okay, that sounds like good, but we didn't get a number. You didn't get anything definitive. It's still kind of up in the air to what that even means. Elon Musk says we are getting regulatory approvals to launch in the Bay Area, Florida, Phoenix, and other areas. He said he's targeting half the U.S. population by the end of this year, subject to regulatory approval. So again, that sounds like a great headline, but how fast can you scale? That is what Wall Street really wanted to hear. It's funny, every time it seemed like we were going to get some kind of guidance around this, like Tesla stock started to freak out, like go up and down really fast. There was a lot of volume coming in. People were trying to front run, that guidance that people were hoping to hear, but it just didn't come. And then as a consequence to that, the stock sold off a bit. Elon Musk says the robotaxi area in Austin is going to get bigger and longer over the next couple of weeks, obviously making a bit of a joke there. Now, Tesla has also seen an increase in the amount of people buying FSD in recent months, according to the company's CFO. Elon says that FSD unsupervised will be available for personal use in some US cities by late 2025. Elon says, I think we'll start delivering cars autonomously from the factory in Fremont by the end of this year as well. Franz on what happens in the design studio, he says, what happens in the studio stays in the studio. We're working to make sure we're having an exciting future. Elon Musk says, I'm working on a new master plan. The future of Tesla will profoundly change the world. Tesla says it wants to get FSD unsupervised finished on hardware 4 before figuring out what to do with hardware 3 vehicles. The focus is first to get unsupervised out. Elon Musk says that hardware 5 will be in volume production in late 2026. Elon Musk says that Tesla expects to have Dojo 2 operating at scale in 2026, with scale being somewhere around 100,000 H100 equivalents. Elon Musk said, commented on only having 13% voter control. Adam Jonas asked Elon if he's comfortable with doing the kind of AI projects that Tesla is doing without having more control in the company. He said, quote, that is a major concern for me, and I hope that's addressed at the upcoming shareholder meeting in November. I don't want to have so little control that I can easily be ousted by activist investors after having built an army of robots. My control of Tesla should be enough to ensure that it goes in a good direction, but not so much that I can't be thrown out if I go crazy. And I was joking in the trading community, like, the dude is already crazy. We're already there. Okay. Elon Musk on Tesla's hardware 5 chips says, quote, it will be a profound game changer. It's so powerful we'll have to nerf to some degree for markets outside of the US because it blows way past the export restrictions. Volume production won't start until late 2026, maybe slipping to early 2027. Elon Musk says, quote, when we do an AI day, we find that some of our competitors have done a frame-by-frame examination of our slides and everything we do and then copy us. It does help with recruiting, but then competitors look close and copy us. We can go into some amount of depth at the shareholder meeting with Optimus and AI. Tesla did say that they have seen a 25% increase in FSD take rates since V12. And Elon Musk says that 50% of Tesla owners that could try FSD have not tried it even once. So let me just say the conference call, I guess there was positives, there was some negative things that were said, but why the stock is down right now? The stock is down about 4.7%. It's not a decisively negative conference call for Tesla. Like there was some positives, okay? But not a lot of clarity. Not a lot of clarity on anything. It sounds like Tesla doesn't even know what the roadmap ahead is going to look like. Wall Street is like a scared cat, right? It's just jumpy, right? You got to feed it a couple times. You got to prove things a couple of times before, they take you for your word, right? That's investors. And at this point, Tesla didn't even offer food. Okay. They didn't even offer guidance in any kind of way. Yeah, sure. Half the population is going to be able to be using Robotaxi, but what does that even mean? Okay. There could be so many, I guess, possible things that could mean. I don't even know what to make of that. Does that mean we're actually going to have Robotaxis? Does that mean that states are just going to approve it? That's a weird one for me. It's weird that they said all of what they said about AI and about advancing AI, but didn't give us any kind of concrete guidance. It's almost like they deflected actually giving guidance on Robotaxi specifically. They gave guidance on Optimus, 100,000 robots per month, 5 years from now, over 1 million units a year. Great. Why didn't they do that for Robotaxi? I'm a little confused there. That's why I called this conference call a little disorganized in the beginning, because perhaps maybe they meant to, but forgot to, or didn't, or I'm kind of confused. If you say that half the population will have access to Robotaxi or, unsupervised FSD by the end of this year, again, what does that mean for Robotaxi? Even some of the analyst questions were asking them about the scalability of Robotaxi. Elon didn't even take the question. It was kind of deflected overall. It's a little strange to me. I wonder if Elon's going to comment on this on X, because I'm sure he's going to see the feedback and the confusion. So I'll be watching that overnight tonight to see what happens, which it's kind of disappointing to me overall, because the earnings were pretty good from that perspective. Wall Street was really negative on Tesla heading into it. Tesla kind of beat the expectations overall. They did miss EPS and revenue slightly, but that in Tesla terms is kind of like a beat, kind of like deliveries. Wall Street was expecting 385,000 deliveries for last quarter, but the stock was actually pricing in 340,000 deliveries. Same is kind of true for EPS, revenue, and margins. Margins actually did very well this quarter. So from a numbers perspective, you got pretty good news. From the conference call perspective, you almost got nothing. There's not really anything new here, in my view. And I do think that is why Tesla is coming under a little bit of pressure right now, because Tesla is really a story company, right? It's a long curated story that, things happen. We launched the Robotaxi in Austin. The story's not fiction, right? It's nonfiction. Things happen, right? Tesla is doing these things, but largely the stock trades based on some of that, forward expectation for the Tesla story. And besides some of the Optimus guidance, which is 5 years away, rates are way too high for Wall Street to care about Optimus 5 years from now. Okay. We didn't really get much for guidance for Robotaxi next year. That was disappointing. Also, I found disappointing when Elon was asked about the kind of timeline for letting other like FSD owners put their vehicles onto the Robotaxi market. Elon Musk said, quote, "We haven't given much thought to that," which I found to be a wild statement, because if you really want to scale Robotaxi, I think you have to allow owner-operated Teslas onto the network, right? Like Uber wouldn't have been able to scale as fast as they did if they were building Ubers and only Ubers could operate on the Uber network. Okay. I think that also kind of rubbed people the wrong way. And from a Wall Street perspective, we did not get any clarity to updated full year guidance. Like the Tesla team basically said, long story short, there's a lot of uncertainties. There's a lot of things that are changing, and we don't really know what to expect. Besides, Elon said we could have a rough couple of quarters, which, again, did not exactly sound great. This earnings was a little bit of a flip-flop compared to previous earnings, where a lot of earnings, we have really bad numbers, and then Elon's really confident and gives us good guidance on the conference call. It was kind of opposite this time around. The numbers were pretty good, but we didn't get much on the conference call. Now, the stock is only down about 4.5%. I think the stock was pricing in a lot of bad news heading into the call, and I would say it was kind of neutral. Like the call itself was neither like really bullish nor really bearish. That makes it a little weird for the stock. I think the stock could go either direction over the coming days. Maybe not do much of anything, given just how neutral it felt like. But again, judging on what the stock is doing, like it wasn't a total disaster either, or Tesla would be down a lot more. I just think we got some pretty good statements without any guidance. And I mean, that's like your girlfriend or significant other, telling you great things, and then, you don't know what they're doing, right? You could tell me all you want, but like, what's the plan tonight, right? Like, that's kind of how it feels with Tesla. Wall Street always wants definitives. They always want a number. They always want something to look after and model. If you're a Wall Street analyst, I mean, you could have any kind of expectation you want to set at this point, because Tesla did not set that expectation. Hopefully that makes some sense. It is, again, open to interpretation. So that may not be a bad thing, maybe a good thing, but we'll have to see what the analysts start to say. But from my perspective, it really doesn't change anything in the long-term thesis for Tesla. It doesn't change anything at all in that regard. But this earnings call did not make me like super bullish on the near term for Tesla either. In fact, it kind of, some of those comments from Elon are kind of suggestive that things are going to get worse from here, which I guess don't sound great. But Tesla, again, is a story stock that trades on the future. But we didn't get much of a story for Robotaxi, and that's what the stock wanted to hear. I don't know why. Again, it seems just like disorganized, that I think they meant to give us more of the story, more of the plan and the outlook, but perhaps just didn't. Like, it's kind of confusing. Overall, though, I would say it was probably like a B kind of quarter as far as the numbers are concerned. Maybe a B plus because margins came in good. In terms of like Tesla conference calls, it was like a C minus, maybe a D plus. Like, it wasn't terrible, but we didn't hear anything that was really bullish on the Robotaxi. Again, unsupervised FSD by the end of this year, great. Okay, fine. What does that actually mean for Tesla? Like, great, people that bought FSD, you and I can use it unsupervised. Great. But what does that actually do for Tesla? Okay. Sure, Tesla is getting regulatory approval to launch in hopefully multiple different states. But are they actually going to launch once they get that regulatory approval? How fast are they going to launch once they get that regulatory approval? Like, you got some information, but not a lot of clarity at all on it. And again, that's why I think it was a bit disorganized, the conference call in that regard. And that's where it's really hard to tell what happens next for the stock. Considering people were so negative heading into it, maybe you do get a buy the dip reaction because the earnings themselves were not as bad as expected. But if the stock does go up, I don't think it's going to be because of confidence on the earnings call. That's for sure. But then again, we do need to hear what analysts have to say about this. You know, I'm sure analysts are going to say the same thing that I did, just not much clarity, not much of an answer to Tesla's AI roadmap. I would like to hear your thoughts on this down below in the comment section. Now, coming out at about 6 p.m. today, Trump says he will sign an AI order to fast track big projects. Trump says he is signing an order that would expand AI exports. And it says here, Trump has signed 3 executive orders to speed up permitting for data center production, bolstering the export of American AI models and protections for AI models. So again, like, I don't know if Tesla is going higher from here or not. Like, there's nothing that makes me super bullish here. There's nothing that makes me like super bearish here, besides the comment that it could get worse for Tesla in the coming quarters, but by the end of next year, AI should really help Tesla's financial prospects. That was kind of a weird comment to slip in the conference call by Elon. I will tell you, the technical setup looks pretty good. Tesla is above its 50, 100, and 200-day moving average. Well, I guess it's below technically its 50-day moving average now. It looks like right at about its 200-day moving average here in after hours. So I guess we did slip below some of those moving averages. Want to see if we can hold this trend line, but still above the 100-day moving average. The MACD is positive as of right now. It wouldn't surprise me if Tesla is green tomorrow. It wouldn't surprise me if Tesla is slightly in the red as well. Maybe this is one of those instances that Tesla doesn't do often, where they under promise and over deliver. That is a core kind of strategy for most companies, where they don't really talk great about their products or their plans, and then they actually come out and do things much faster and much bigger and much better than they previously forecasted. Tesla's not typically that company, though. Tesla typically talks a big game, and then slowly but surely it comes true. I don't know. Maybe it was a little bit of sandbagging on the conference call. I'm a little confused overall. I want to know your perspectives, again, down below in the comment section. Now, tomorrow morning, we will get initial jobless claims, expecting those to come in at about 228,000, higher than 221,000. That was last week's number. Chicago Fed National Activity Index expected to come in at negative 0.1. Last month was negative 0.28. New home sales will be coming out tomorrow. S&P Global Composite PMI, Manufacturing PMI, and Services PMI. Final numbers, or first numbers actually, for July. That could be a catalyst for markets. Kansas Fed Composite Index, Manufacturing Index, and like a 10-year TIPS auction here. That is Treasury Inflation Protected Security. So there is going to be some data coming out tomorrow to be on the lookout for. But again, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you'd like to come join the trading community, check that link out down below in the description of this video. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.